Taylor Ellwood here, and welcome to Magical Experiments. Do you ever feel like you can't improve your energy work? Well, today I've got you handled. I want to answer a couple of questions that I think would be helpful for you. First question is around sensing energy, because I've noticed that some people struggle with that. And the best advice I can give is, first of all, a particular sensation for energy should feel like. In fact, we're going to do a little exercise here where what I want you to do is I just want you to kind of move your hand right here and focus on just allowing yourself to feel that motion. And now pay attention to how that motion, the sensations of that motion, pay attention to the feeling of energy. Pay attention to the feeling of connection. Allow it to stir, to rise up, to be present. What does it feel like? Feel that flow. And yet, whatever that sensation is for you, it may not be the same as what it is for, say, feeling like a tingling sensation. For you, it might feel like something else altogether. One of the most important things to remember in regards to energy work is that the experience of energy can show up in different forms and processes and manners. The more you try to, the harder it is that it can for you, because you're saying, oh, well, I should feel a sensation of heat, for example. Other people might feel that sensation of heat, but for you, it could be a sensation of coldness. It could be a tingling. It could be something else altogether. So a lot of times what I find is that it's not sense energy, it's that people get in their own heads and get in the way of their ability to sense and experience energy, because they are telling themselves that it has to be a certain way. They're listening to what other people have told them about it. And granted, right now you're doing that very thing. You're listening to me. But the point is that I'm not telling you like it has to be a specific qualities. So the other question that I get sometimes is like, what is it I do with energy work? Okay, great, I can raise energy. What else could I do? And so one of the things that I would suggest doing is doing like an energy bath. So I could take like that raised and I could start bathing myself. In fact, in Qigong, that's one of that can be a form of energetic healing and cleansing and releasing. So that's one way that we can take care of ourselves with energy work. We can bridge energy outward. We can draw people in with the energy, or draw experiences and situations. We can manifest specific out. We can do other forms of energy work. And those forms of energy work can take on many different subtle experiences. So it's important to pay attention to what it is that we're trying to experience and what it is we're opening ourselves up to in terms of energy work. One of the things that I use energy work for is I use it for healing purposes. So if I'm doing Reiki on somebody or I'm doing healing work on myself, that can be a form of energy work. Another form could be using energy to help manifest very specific outcomes. Knowing how to apply that along with other magical processes can make a significant difference in the work that you're doing. One of the things that I want you to come away with in terms of how to become a better energy worker, recognizing that when we're working with energy, we're working with just one modality among many other modalities. And ideally, we're combining that modality with other modalities. So when I do magical work, I never just do energy work. I incorporate energy work into the magical work. I might do a ritual with a spirit, calling that spirit up, and I might be asking myself, how can I incorporate the energy work into that work with the spirit? Or if I'm creating a sigil or an enchantment or something like that, then I might say, how can I take the elemental energies that are around me, or the nature energies or other forms of energy work, and integrate them into the working that I'm doing in order to help manifest a specific result. All of these can be very useful tools for creating specific outcomes and processes that generate change in our lives. And so we never want to limit ourselves to one modality or another. And this is why, like, when I do magical work, I don't just limit myself to like a psychological approach or an energetic approach or a spirit work approach. Instead, I take all of them and incorporate them in together because they all have validity. They all have a useful angle to explore. And if you want to be a better energy worker, I always say that it's a good idea to become proficient at the other areas of magic that can help you recognize and sense that energy work and the way that it can be worked with in a very meaningful and powerful way. The other tip that I have for you in terms of becoming a better energy worker is to do some kind of energy work every day. For me, I get up each morning and I do while I'm watering my lawn, I do qigong in the morning. So as I'm watering the plants, I will make some time to just go and do my qigong practice. And I'm doing this for a couple reasons. Somatically, I'm doing it to help work the neigong, work the energy channels, but also work the fascia and just my body overall. Um, and I find that really fascinating and powerful to do. Um, Aside from the neigong aspect, there's the physical aspect. I physically feel better because I've done that practice. I'm stretching my muscles and my tendons. I'm exercising my body. Mentally, it brings me a sense of clarity. So, look at it in terms of this energy work. Like, how am I incorporating this again into all layers of my body? So we can do these practices every day. And when we make the time to do them every day, it can significantly enhance our lives. It also makes it easier to incorporate the energy work into our lives when we're working with other people. Now, if you find all this interesting, um, one thing that I'm going to recommend is checking out my class, Advanced Energy Alchemy, which is starting on August 10th, which is a few days from now. There's a link in the show notes, so you can go and check that out and sign up. And if you watch this video down the line, then join the wait list on the class because it'll be offered again at some point. I don't know exactly when. But if you have the chance now, I would say sign up because it's going to be a really exciting course. We're going to explore over the course of 4 weekends my specific systems for energy work and how you can incorporate them into your magical practice. So I look forward to seeing you there, and thank you for watching this video today, and hopefully you've come away with some better ideas for how you can be a better energy worker.